To proceed with the ceremony and without further ado, we would now like to invite Yang Berusaha T.S. Dr. Aswami Fadillah bin Ariffin, a Senior Vice President of CyberSecurity Responsive Services, CyberSecurity Malaysia, to give the welcoming and keynote speech for our event.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to my learned colleague here who took time to attend this important event. Just now the song, I like the song by Steve Vai, For the Love of God. Yeah, very nice song. Today, as you all know, that this is our conference week. Yesterday we officially launched our conference, supposedly to be attended by the minister, but due to his other important priority meeting, he has delegated the welcoming speech and whatnot to the Deputy Secretary General. So officially, the cybersecurity conference is being launched, and together with the conference, we have a few satellites event, and this cyber forensics colloquium is part of the event. And I would like to share also with the audience today from the academia, whereby I really appreciate part of our journey to being a success. As you know that we have launched a product called Coordinated Malware Eradication and Remediation Project. Yeah. For the past, it always doing research and development, and at the end of the day, most probably the project is being closed just like that. And few years back, we tried to use the product, proof of concept, the completion of the research product, at least to the level of operationalized in cybersecurity environment. So part of my personal aspiration, together with a very good teamwork, our project called CIMOP, together with UTM. Can I see some hands from UTM? Yeah, only one. We expect another 3 to come. Yeah, so personal aspiration together with the team, we achieve, yeah, to push research project to the level of commercialization. Yeah, so I hope that in the future, together with other academic institution, we will be able to do the same thing. Yeah, so a big round of applause to cybersecurity and also UTM. Tak semangat. Yeah, early in the morning. So today, apart from explaining about our achievement based on research and development project, so this is my title to challenge all of you. Yeah. Together with me, together with CyberSecurity Malaysia. So the title is in the form of a question. Yeah. Hopefully I have about 20 minutes or 30 minutes or so, so that this will be the triggering, points, so that CyberSecurity Malaysia and also academic institution from various universities, so that we would be able to embark into certain project to be able to challenge the digital risk in the future. So the title today is Fourth IR, Industrial Revolution. Is Malaysia's cyber forensics intelligence ready? Do you think that it is ready? Yeah, don't be so rigid. We should be more loose today. There's a lot of other things. Panelists with respect to fourth IR, fintech and whatnot. So I hope there will be a good discussion from the academics. Can I see some hands? Do you think that we are ready? In my other keynote, I put it: is Malaysia cybersecurity ready? Are we ready for what's gonna happen in the future? Are we ready? Based on your research, and the deliverables and whatnot, can we contribute to the country? Because Malaysia, is going strong in terms of fourth IR, digital nation, digital economy and whatnot. So we are here to assist. You agree with me or not? To assist Malaysia so that we are ready. We do not aspire to have a total solution. There's no incident, there's no case, digital forensic cases, but some kind of measurement so that people have trust, confidence in Malaysia. So are we ready? I've asked you so many times already, you are too quiet. Yeah, so as all of you know that there's a lot of programs or events by the ministry, especially from Ministry of Economic Affairs, together with Ministry of Finance, so that whatever activity, whatever processes that we are currently doing, so that we embrace fourth IR. So what is a fourth IR? Yeah. So the components of I'm sure that you are well aware, big data, AI, all those things, IoT and whatnot, should be part of the processes, even for the manufacturers or manufacturing environment. They have OT, IT and whatnot. So all these things, we need to be able to devise a policy so that this policy can be guidance, technical driven by policy, so that it be guidelines, it can be reference to the ministry, to the agencies, to the government sectors, altogether, we reference to the critical national information infrastructure. Because if things happen, with respect to cyber security, so it can be a big, disruption. Yeah. So with this, cyber security Malaysia, we are being called to be part of the, working group to be able to provide inputs in terms of policy and also technicalities. So we are in the midst of transformation. Yeah, digital economy, we transform, and so that through this transformation, we can move to the next paradigm. So what all this about? What is it about? Digital transformation to make what? Can I have some answers? Yeah, it's just like at the university lecturing, the lecturing hall, theater. Yeah. Why do we need to transform? Lee, can you answer for me? Lee Hui-Jing. Yeah. If you don't answer me today, I'm just like, professors or doctor in front lecturing you guys. So you are my student. No, just kidding. So I will ask you a question. Why do we need to transform? Secure, yeah? Yeah. But for with respect to, digital economy, digital nation, we are, going through the transformation through a lot of application. For example, like smart cities, smart car and whatnot. So to make things, I think the keyword here is efficiency. For example, like if we travel to, I think a lot of you went to Vietnam. Can I see some hands? Yeah, you, okay. So it's really easy, isn't it? You can purchase your air ticket, through this digital transformation. You can find, through the website which hotel to stay, most probably near to the Malaysian street, because I saw a lot of Malaysian at the Malaysian street. I don't know whether they name it, the government name it as a Malaysian street, or due to the Malaysian tourists, going going there. So that there's a lot of Malaysian. So through this transformation, by who or by group, whether you like it or not, Malaysia or any other countries in the world, we have to be a digital driven nation. Everything will be based on digital in the future. It is scaring. Is it scaring? Yeah, scaring, isn't it? Do you watch, horror movie, Chucky? During the weekend, I don't know, I sat down with my children, then they play the movie Chucky AI, So some of you, most probably you have watched Will Smith interacting with Sophia. Very nice, isn't it, Sophia? But in the future, most probably the robots will be controlling us. So through this transformation, so how do we safeguard, humanity in the future? Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to share with the audience today, so that in the end of the day, some universities would be able to engage with cybersecurity measures, so that we can find the gap, find the problem, and would be able, to engage with us, and through cybersecurity, collaboration with university, we can submit for grant application, so that we try to, design a solution to mitigate, the digital risk, due to the government effort to be a digital-driven nation. So this is one thing, one of the application. Smart city. Do you like to be in a smart city, smart house? Yeah, you like? Most probably, some people do not like. I've, interacted or encountered a person who does not carry handphone due to, some, phobia, or due to some personal, issues. They do not carry handphone. It's difficult, to contact these people. So with smart city, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can, deploy IoT and whatnot. You'll be able to get information, out of the, deployment. For example, like smart building. Then there's a lot of things you'll be able to, manage. And from there onwards, the keyword here again is efficiency. Of course, for the beginning, the investment can be quite high, but at the end of the day, it's for efficiency, and we'll be able to get, we'll be able to benefit out of this digital transformation. IoT, we are doing a lot of research in terms of IoT forensics, IoT framework. So cybersecurity, we are more on applied research, even though we do accept on fundamental research and whatnot. So at the end of the day, just like CMUP, so I invite the audience today, my colleague here today, to go to our booth, CMUP, downstairs. The product will be launched by the Deputy Minister of Communication tomorrow, and this product is a showcase, and hopefully in the future we can have the same kind of product together with the universities in Malaysia. So this is coming forth, even though some of the cars today is driven by a system. There's no more analog meter on your dashboard. It's all digital. So in the future it will be smart car. Yeah. So do you like a smart car? Because Zabri, he likes a smart car. What kind of car you like? Mercedes, yeah. So I have to interact with you, because others, most probably they are shy. Yeah. So Um, I think you have seen that cars can be hacked, yeah? So a smart house can be hacked. So all these things we have to put forth, for example, like a very good policy, and we have to have something like, CyberSecurity Act. So for those from the policy background, you can also do research with Cybersecurity Malaysia, because we have a policy department who looks into cybersecurity policy, yeah. So at least, at the level of Ministry of Communication and Multimedia, we can push forth the policy, so that the policy can be enacted by the ministry. So these are all the channels available to all of you. So I invite, from Penang just now, USM, some other universities, yeah. 5 minutes, I want more. Yeah, this is very important, so that the audience will be able to understand that this is what we have in Cybersecurity Malaysia, because you have came from Penang, all the way from Penang, and from other institutions. This is the offerings that I would like to put on the table, so that we together come up with the solution. Yeah, smart car, drones. We are also doing drones forensics. Yeah, it is very expensive. Yeah, we have drones back in the cybersecurity lab. So if we are into drones, then we can do some kind of research. And this is very important. Whenever there's a conference, I think a lot of you went for the conference. There's a lot of scaring factor, by the industry. Yeah. For example, like Kaspersky yesterday, during the official launching, mentioned about tens of thousands IP being infected, IP from Malaysia. What happened to Malaysia? Is it a safe haven and whatnot? Yeah, so that the cyber criminals can leverage on Malaysia platform to be able to hack into other systems, other institutions, other organizations, or even other countries. Yeah, that's why they have been saying that to disrupt critical national information infrastructure, for example, like water utility, yeah, energy sector and whatnot, how to disrupt Malaysia. So there are so many types of modus operandi, and for the technical people, you call it techniques, tactics, and procedures. So these are the things. So many issues, yeah. So much of risk that we have to be able to attend and mitigate. So digital driven nation, yeah, a digital country that the government wants us to embrace, to embark into, it is associated with risk, yeah, to be able to understand the risk and how do we mitigate. So this is another keyword takeaway for the audience today. We have forensic evidence. That's why I put it cyber forensics intelligence. Because why? I went to a conference recently in Vietnam. Yeah, that's why I mentioned about Vietnam. There's one researcher in Australia. Maybe Brand knows him. Yeah, later I mentioned we can share who's that professor. Very important for forensic, because we have pre, during, and also post. Pre, for example, like intelligence, yeah, and then during, incident response, and the last thing, forensic. So when things happen on the ground, yeah, cyber related, or cyber crime, cyber related, for example, like murder cases, you see a dead body, then forensic incident responders come and do their forensics analysis. But due to the current challenges, the risks and whatnot associated with the government, intention to go for full-fledged digital nation, so forensics, we have to move forward in the pre-quadrant, pre, during, and also forensic. Of course, forensic post will always be there, because I always refer to us, digital forensic responder as a cyber security or cyber firefighters. It needs to be there. But at the same time, we have to be, be able to understand and do some kind of study, we can start with a framework so that we be able to do some forensic things in the intelligence realm, yeah, in the quadrant of the pre. So what is the forensics? You know, something got to do with investigation, and it is using sciences so that facts is being given or being elaborated in the court of law. So science is pretty much associated with forensics. So forensic, it has to move into cyber forensics intelligence. So we are more prepared. We do not want to be incidents responded. Things happen, then you have to you have to run here and there, and to do incident response, so that the system will be able to be back on its own states, and later on you have to do forensics. But now you have to have a lot of initiative in terms of intelligence. It is not 100%, based on machine learning and whatnot, at least 80%, so that you are well prepared. So all these things will be put into the policy, and of course with the policy we need to have a very good solutions later on, technical solutions. Yeah. So cyber floodgate, I've been telling reporters this is already happening, yeah, based on the big data system of CyberSecurity Malaysia. We have all those evidence, what is being said by Kaspersky, FireEye, and the lights. We have all those information. It's timely. We have a law, cybersecurity law. If you are a researcher from the law side, you can put some kind of information through cybersecurity so that we can push this to the ministry level. So it's not enough. Are we ready? After all the information, are we ready? Can I see hands up? Are we ready? Malunya. Susah, angkat tangan pun susah. Yeah? Cyber floodgate. We have all this information. And this one, because my presentation, you cannot find text. If you want to find text, you have to engage with me. Sit down with me. Then I talk. Yeah? So, this is in the movie. Siapa yang pergi Los Angeles? Ada yang pergi tangkap gambar, Some of you went to Hollywood. Sorry, Brian. So I try to speak English, Hollywood. And this is something most probably in the future is happening. I might not be there because I'm quite old. So our, children, grandchildren, so most probably they would interface with, robots that can, have their own mind, thinkings, and everything. Yeah, you can be smiling today, but this is coming forth. Yeah, if I'm not around, I can be a robot or avatar in the future. I'm not around. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah, so there will be my avatar saying that this is what I've alerted you today during our cyber forensics colloquium. And all these things, we have to have cyber defense strategies. That's why I put it hashtag cyber defense Malaysia. I try to based on my loyalty at CyberSecurity Malaysia. I've been working for so long in CyberSecurity Malaysia, for almost 20 years. So I don't want to be away from CyberSecurity Malaysia, so that I will be able, to be a person or an institution to engage with other institutions. So we are working together. There's no superhero, there's no Superman, there's no cyber security Superman. We have to be working together. So one of the showcase, again, is CIMAP. If you don't understand, know what we have done or what we have achieved for CIMAP, please visit the booth and you can call me or email me, you can contact me. So CyberFit, all of you, part of the academicians together with me, we have to be fit. We have to be one step ahead from the cyber criminals, because based on cybersecurity intelligence databases, the MO, the techniques, tactics and procedures, the sophistication of malware, it changed every day. Yeah. So the the game, the competition is very stiff. Yeah. So that's why we have to understand cyber forensic intelligence. We have to understand what's coming forth, tomorrow, today. That's why I put hashtag again, uncovering future threats. So we have to be cyber fit. We have to go through trainings, research, development, and also operationalize it, commercialize it. That is the best thing. So with all those cyber forensic intelligence, information, we have to take action. If we don't take action, so it's not ethical, because we are seeing things, happening to our cyber, landscape. Because as a forensic responder or incident response, I see things. We are working with, high-profile cases together with the law enforcement agency. We can see things on the ground. Yeah, we are the practitioners. We are the researchers. So this is the bridge that we are, building with the researchers, so that we have a solution for the small and medium enterprises. Because for them to purchase commercial, solution is very expensive. So again, intelligence, AI. So we use back the 4 IR. So big data and whatnot is part, of the 4 IR. So cyber security 4 IR. Yeah. Information sharing, very important. Sometimes, you know certain things, and this institution, you know certain things, and then you keep to yourself. The problem is about trust in security. We can have a good policy, a good guidelines and everything. So can I share with CyberSecurity Malaysia? Why not? Yeah. So we can have NDA, we can have processes to be able to share with CyberSecurity Malaysia, because we are the de facto organization for almost 20 years. We have been in existence, fighting, up and down, so that we have our own building. Is it nice, our building? Have you been to our building? Is it nice? Brand, you have to go. Yeah. Yeah, I will email you. So we have a SOC, Security Operations Center. I cannot put the actual photo. What I can tell you that after 20 years, we are working in a very small lab. Now we have a bigger lab, bigger facility and whatnot. So I'm quite happy that what we have today. Syukur Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we have a Security Operations Center, Cyber 99, MyCert, Malaysian Cert. We are assisting the country in terms of to safeguard against the cyber criminals. So the threat is global, is borderless and whatnot. It's another challenge. Yeah. So whether the law is there, whether Malaysia can work with other economies, for example, like Australia, Singapore, Thailand. Even though to work among the organization in Malaysia is so problematic, but if you think between countries, among countries, it's just the same. That's why through cert, through MyCert, we have AP cert, OIC cert and whatnot. So all those technical people, less troublesome. Policy, they have guidelines, policy here and there. So a lot of bureaucracy. So technical people, we share technical information. So it will be faster. Yeah. And Cyber Defense Malaysia, we have invested a lot. This is the 3 quadrant that I've been pushing, most probably until my retirement. Cyber I3. Responsive, cyber security responsive services. So it's all about intelligence, incidents, and also investigation. We are cyber firefighters. For 20 years, we lend our assistance to all law enforcement agencies, for forensic, Cyber 99 to digital citizens of Malaysia, and intelligence. We are beefing up our capabilities in intelligence. So we are putting forensic processes into the intelligence, so that it is more on sciences, forensic investigation based on sciences. So I call it cyber forensics intelligence. These are some of the solutions. Yeah. So we are not just telling concept here and there. We have solutions. Yeah. This is in deployment. So we be able to do machine learning, yeah, prediction, diagnostic and whatnot, deep learning. So these are part of our initiative. So before we design our system, so we have to have a framework. So I call upon researcher to be able to scientifically produce your framework. So from the framework, then it can be transformed into engineering. Yeah. So engineering is equally very complicated things to do, because from the research it will not resolve. It will not have the technical capabilities. So we have to look from the engineering perspective. Yeah. So this is very important. Research and development, proof of concept. So most probably it can work in a very tiny or small environment, but let's say in a large or very broad environment. So we have to have the engineering capabilities. And also I would like to share, you must be able to reverse engineer, not to recreate the product, but to understand the technology. So CyberSecurity Malaysia, we are focusing based on years to come. We are focusing a lot on hacking, ethical hacking. So some of you can smile or laugh. So this is just a nomenclature, or it's just a name. We call it ethical hacking, but the gist of it, you must be able to hack into whatever system it is. Because why? The operator or the manufacturer would not be able to share. They won't share with you. For example, like if you want to do iOS forensics, yeah. So there's a lot of security features in iOS forensic, just to ensure security to the owner of the phone. But at the same time, let's say if you are doing a forensic analysis, or you want to create some kind of agent or software to be able to retrieve some kind of information, you must be able to hack into the system, yeah, to understand the system, to understand the technology. And for your information, we are establishing a group, a working group. We call it Malaysian Digital Forensic Science Network. So I call upon the researcher to be active, to be part of the AJK or committee, so that you can contribute to the initiative, yeah. Because the government wants to go for digital nation. So associated with it is digital risk. And this paper I wrote 2012. I wrote this thing. So yeah, it is called Digital Forensic Institute. It can be also as a Malaysian Digital Forensic Science Network. And we have to have people, yeah, so that we can plan something, some kind of a project. So I call upon MDFSN, for you guys to join MDFSN, so that we can do a lot of project. Part of cybersecurity initiative, we want to be center of excellence in R&D. Yeah. So be it from the practitioner side, you can be doing the engineering part after we have done the academic research. Yeah. R&D, you can be as a technology developer. So you can be part of the ecosystem. And in this paper, I've wrote that how to safeguard digital forensic practitioner as a expert witness, and how we want to go forward so that we'll be able to defend Malaysia. And most importantly, I put in this paper that we have to be strong. We have to be strong. We have to be strong in research. Yeah. So we have done that together with UTM. We have a few UTM already here, 4 person. Thank you to you. Can you raise your hand so that everybody see you? This is evidence. Yeah. So we have done with UTM. Can I see some hands from UTM? Yeah. Real product. we got a very good, figure or budget from the government, then we have done a very good job in terms of, research, development, and cybersecurity is using that back, the technology. For example, like UTM, we put a lot in terms of threat intelligence. I like to watch movie, okay? Cyber Avengers. We are all Cyber Avengers. There's no one, Superman that can champion everything. So you have your own, strength. This is where that we have to, be together in order to fight what's coming forth, what's already happening. For example, like cyber warfare is already happening. Do you think that's already happening? Cyber warfare? It's already, yeah. As early as a start snack. If you read somewhere, actually the Americans and Israelis, they wanted to attack, Iranian. Then they put a second thought, rather than to have casualty, just like Iraq. What they have done, just to create a malicious software, so that they disrupt the nuclear facility. Yeah. So this can be a laughing stock or something. You are smiling, but I think this can be an aspiration that we have to work together. So again, my keynote here, I've given several keywords: digital nation, digital risk, cybersecurity, strategy and whatnot, development of policy, development of solution in terms of engineering. So we are open to discussion. So this technical colloquium is very important. This is the second event. We had it first last year, and as a researcher back in the university, we should be working together. With that, I end my presentation, but if you have something, this is my contact. You want my phone number, it's still okay. I can provide to you my email. This is my LinkedIn and also Twitter. Yeah. With that, I end my presentation. I apologize to the secretariat because they gave me 5 minutes, but I think this is very important. Yeah. Apart from a panelist session, so that you understand the cybersecurity standing and cybersecurity planning, so that together we can be cyber avengers. Thank you for listening.
Thank you to Yang Berusaha TS Dr. Aswami Fadillah bin Muhammad Ariffin for his inspiring speech.